What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. This time, The Shape of Water. Now, some of you guys might be asking, Glenn, why are you doing this, face cam with your camera still in your camera? You usually do these reviews, and a majority of reviews, commentary over some gameplay. Well, to answer that question, the reason why I'm doing it, if you saw my latest Junji Ito review, you guys know my PS4 controller hasn't really been cooperating with me lately. The battery is dead on this thing, and for some reason, it just won't charge. I've tried, racing the controller in the back. I feel like that just made this thing worse, because like, when I try, sometimes when I get the light bar to show up with it yelling and charging, I can't turn it on. The controller just won't turn on. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to get it on probably, so hopefully tomorrow, my mom's just going to take me to get a new controller, so yeah. So you'll probably see delay my Kai and Super review tomorrow. Anyway, so The Shape of Water is directed by Guillermo del Toro. The cast includes Sally Hawkins, Doug Jones, Michael Shannon, Octavia, whatever, Spencer, Michael Stuttenberg, Richard Jenkins, and others. Now, and so pretty much the story of The Shape where Sally Hawkins' character, Elise, I believe you say Elise, is, a mute woman that works as a janitor at this high security government laboratory in the 60s. She feels, she's mute, so she can't speak. She talks via sign language and shit. And so she, feels incomplete, and then later on, the fish monster creature thing, whatever you want to call it, shows up, and that fills the void in her because she feels empty, along with a lot of other characters in the movie that they also feel empty. And that's pretty much like the main message of this movie is, feeling empty, like you haven't reached your full power. You have not reached your final form. If this was Dragon Ball Z, and trying to fill that void and reach that power level. And overall, I love this movie. Now, as you guys know, this movie won Best Picture at the Oscars, which that video is currently rendering. It looks like a finished and rendering, so I'll edit that together and finish, export it and then upload it. So expect that reaction dropping sometime tomorrow. So, as I was saying, and because of and where was I? Oh yeah, shit, I lost my place. Okay, whatever. So as you guys know, she's mute, blah 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 blah. Best Picture. Okay, as you guys know, this movie was nominated for Best Picture, and as you guys also know, my favorite movie from this year was Logan, and you guys know Logan got royally screwed over at the Oscars, only getting nominated for Best Dance Screenplay. Not Hugh Jackman for Best Actor, not Patrick Stewart for Best Supporting Actor, not Best Director, not Best Picture, none of that shit. Still pissed about that. Not gonna lie. Not still gonna piss at me. So guys, let me answer the question here and now. Do I think The Shape of Water is better than Logan? Well, to that I say this.
You serious?
Yeah. I do love this movie, but Logan is so much far superior to this movie, it's not even funny. I know you guys would say, oh, but Glenn, you can't compare these two movies. This is The Shape of Water is, a semi-artsy movie directed by Guillermo del Toro, where Logan is the best comic movie since, The Dark Knight. I know that. But, I'm comparing it in a way, which one did I like more? Which one did I feel I had more enjoyment in? And which one did I find was a superior movie? You can call me biased for thinking X-Men for Logan is better, because, I'm a big X-Men fan and all that. You can call me biased if you want, whatever. But that's just how I first think it. I did think Logan was a far superior movie, and I think that should have gotten nominated for Best Picture, and won it. But, with that, talk about, let's Bible, guys. Okay. I know you guys probably tired of me talking about Logan all the time, okay. But, literally, guys. When we left the theater, or when I left the theater, I went to catch, after I was done watching, Shape of Water, my mom and dad watched Annihilation. They thought, my dad didn't really like it, my mom loved it. We were talking about, she was talking about, I was talking about, how Logan got royally screwed. I think Logan went to everybody, and then my dad was like, oh, nobody wanted to see an old Logan. Nobody wanted to see a weak Logan. Well, did I say, here's how much Logan made, here's how much Deadpool made, here's how much the Wolverine made, and here's how much Van Forstig made. Why am I showing you these movies numbers? To show you, you see the numbers these two movies made, Deadpool and Logan made, compared to these two movies. Why? Because fans were begging and pleading Fox to make a good Deadpool movie and adapt Old Man Logan into a movie. And look, they reaped the benefits from it, while the Wolverine, while I love that movie, and I want people to love that movie, it didn't do as well. And nobody wanted Fantastic. Me, I thought Fantastic was okay. It's not, like, I like the original ones from the 2000s more than Fantastic, but, you know, look at my sad movie made. You see a huge difference, don't you? In the numbers. So don't come at me and tell me, like, oh, nobody would. And like, when I was telling Dad this, I was like showing him the numbers. He was like, oh, just shut up, Glenn, just shut up. Like, okay, I get it. Like, he will never admit that I'm right. Like, his argument's completely null and void. That, you know, people begged and plead Fox to do Old Man Logan. But enough of that tirade, enough of that tangent. Let's go back to The Shape of Water. Now let's talk about the cast. As I said, the cast was fantastic. A few of them did get nominated for Oscars, although I don't think anybody from The Shape of Water won anything when it comes to Oscars for acting nomination. You know, best supporting actor, actress, best, you know, all that shit. I know a few of them got nominated, but I don't think anyone won. But I would definitely say that the people that did get nominated were well worthy of those nominations. Like Sally Hawkins, I think she was probably the best part of the movie because, as you guys know, she is mute, so she can't speak, so she has to portray her, she has to portray everything through, body language and her facial expressions while she's also doing, sign language and shit. And she did fantastic, portraying all her emotions through her face and her body language. It was great. Everyone in this movie did a fantastic job. And whoever plays the creature, I don't know who exactly that is. I think it was maybe Doug Jones, if I remember correctly, was the creature. He was great. The makeup and, the makeup prosthetics on him were great. And it was just me, or does that creature look a lot like the creature, the fish dude in the Hellboy movies? I almost feel like Guillermo del Toro just reused that, probably changed it up a little bit and just used it for this movie. Because they look really similar. Like, really similar. Almost like they were the exact same thing, just Guillermo del Toro just probably touched up a few things, and then it was like, bam! Might as well reuse this, because we're never doing Hellboy 3. Might as well not let this go to waste. The creature looked great. The acting, whoever does the acting that's behind all that makeup and prosthetics and suits, fantastic job. Now, and also, guys, as you guys know, this movie was also won Best Production Design. And since this movie takes place in the 60s, the production design, everything, looks like it was made in the 60s. And I'd like to say, now, the production design was very good, but I still think Blade Runner was far superior in production design. That should have won over The Shape of Water, but I'm not that pissed about it. Like I said, I'm not pissed about this movie winning the Oscars, but I'm just kind of playing like I've rather seen this movie won this, and Logan won Best Picture. I know you're tired of me talking about Logan, but this is how I feel, guys. I'm sorry, I can't control my movies. I love Logan. I love that movie to death. But yeah, like I said, the production design of the movie was great, but I think Blade Runner just had far superior sets, in my personal opinion. Now let's talk about my gripes with this movie. Now, the main gripe I had with this movie, well, I have kind of two. The third act was really kind of predictable and a little cheesy at parts. It was kind of predictable. And I also want to talk about Octavia Spencer's character as Zelda. Yeah, that's somehow a Nintendo reference. She is essentially, that cliche black woman in most movies, the sassy girl, the sassy black woman that's always bit there. Most of the dialogue most of her dialogue is just, her bitching about her husband, but she always has the MC's back when she needs him, when she needs her. That's essentially her character. It's one-dimensional, and I was like, whatever. I was kind of come on, could you give her a little bit more something to do? I mean, she did have some good moments here and there, but most of the time her dialogue was just like, I'm the sassy black woman that that bitches about her husband. And especially after Black Panther came out, now I know, like I said, my theater ran this movie, this week, which is why I watched it, why you guys are seeing a movie review of this movie. Was that in this weekend, waiting for Black Panther? I'm like, after how well Black Panther did its black female characters with, Okoye and shit, it's kind of like, when I watch this movie, but that's just me. That's pretty much all I gotta say about this movie. is that it was fantastic, had great production design. But one thing I really want to talk about, guys, since this movie does take place in the 60s, in the time, and a lot of it reflects, like, you see mentions of the Cold War, as well as the racial discrimination and civil rights movements we had in the 60s. Like, there's a scene in this, like, little, like, I forget what the, inns, I forget exactly what those restaurants are called, or bars, or, like, where it's in this bar or restaurant, I forget these, I feel like I'm not getting the exact term, cafe or whatever, that sells cakes. And, I want to, and the artist, what was him? Richard Jenkins, I believe that was him, is in there, and then, a black woman walks into this restaurant, and the bartender immediately wants to say, hey, you can't come in here, you want to order food, order from outside. And she's like, there's nobody here. The stalls or the stands or whatever they're called, they're always reserved all day, every day. And they just leave, which shows you, like, this movie does talk about the racial discriminations and civil rights movements of that time, as well as mentioning the Cold War, which I also like. And also, guys, I gotta mention this. Hold on, I gotta pull up her name one more time. Did Sally Hankins do what I think she did in the beginning of the movie? Because I guess this is kind of spoilery if you guys don't want to know. But at the beginning of the movie, we see her, do her morning routine, cook some eggs, get in the shower, brush her teeth, all this. But when she gets into the tub, she props her leg up, one of her legs up, and I hear splashing noises. And I mean, like, fast, like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, did she do what I think she did? And we see it, and then we see the morning routine one more time later on in the movie. And it's here, and there's also another scene where she's eating a bowl of cornflakes. Where I gotta keep pulling out my phone because I don't remember these guys' names off the top of my head. Richard Jenkins' character explains that cornflakes were created to stop people from masturbating, which is the actual reason cornflakes were created. If you don't believe me, Google it if that's actually the reason. And she's like, and then she's like, but it didn't work. She keeps it to, I don't know if I'm just seeing it into my dirty mind talking, or Guillermo del Toro showed me what I think I saw. Just wanted to throw that out there. And this movie was actually surprisingly vulgar too. Like, there's a full-blown sex scene with Zod. Or what was his real name? Hold on. Matthew Shand. Like, there's a full-blown sex scene with him. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I did not expect to see that in this movie. I did not expect to see that movie. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. It's a little what the fuck movement. There's also another movement later on in the movie that I was kind of going, what the fuck? If you see the movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's like, when it randomly goes to black and white for some reason. So, with that all being said, my final verdict for The Shape of Water is a 10 out of 10. If you guys haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend you go check. I definitely say it was definitely worthy of the Best Picture nom, of the win. I personally said it should have won to Logan, but you guys have heard me. You guys have heard me preach Logan's greatness enough. So yeah, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter if you like that. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter if you like. Links in the description box below. And it's always come back for more. See you guys later. Now, if you guys can see me, I'm gonna go watch Daddy's Home too, because I love the first one. It was definitely a great sleeper surprise hit of, I want to say 2016 it was when the first one came out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the sequel has to offer. See you guys. See you next time.